Dr. Curtis, thanks very much for talking to us. It's 2:15.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
News, sport and entertainment.
Up all night.
With Rod Sharp.
Environment groups in Brazil are disappointed by the decision of the Brazilian government to give its initial approval to the construction of a huge hydroelectric dam in the Amazon rainforest. They say that it will cause devastation. The Belo Monte Dam, on a tribute of the Xingu River in northern Brazil, would be the third largest in the world, and it's expected to provide electricity to 23 million Brazilian homes. Well, Rodolfo Salme is a tropical biologist. He lives now on the banks of the Xingu River, and he works with the local people. And I asked him why there's so much opposition to the building of the dam.
There are several reasons. At first, when I began to study the Kayapó forest, I did my PhD in England, in the University of East Anglia, studying the dynamics of the Amazon forest in the Kayapó land. And when I was doing this study about the Kayapó, I realized how the forest in the Xingu, which is extremely seasonal, is fragile and vulnerable to deforestation factors. During half of the year, the forest here is extremely dry and burns easily. So any form of immigration pressure is disastrous to our regions. So I was worried that the Xingu Basin as a whole, with the increasing of deforestation, would become degraded by the building of roads and many infrastructure factors associated with the dam. But in 2008, I was hired by the Federal University of Pará to work here in Amazonia, in Altamira, in front of the dam, of the place where the planet dam would be. So it became something personal. Like now my life is sort of in danger by this dam who could like destroy half of our city and the river that we love. So there are several reasons.
And of course, you've become a friend of local people. And what about the local people? What do they think about the dam? Surely it's going to bring them work.
Yeah, I'm sure that they are very worried about this dam. There was a public audience here in Altamira where the government came to ask the people what they think about the idea of building the dam. And it was a big fuss. They had to have a lot of policemen and a lot of force to contain the people, because we had like important questions to make. Everybody was very upset, and there was no opportunity to express our worries. And the people here is of course, there's some people that want the bill, some people that deal with money, some people that will become rich in a few times, but most of the population don't really know the effects or is very worried.
From the government point of view, they say that they'll make whoever gets the contract pay $800 million to protect the environment. Isn't that enough? Isn't that going to work?
No, not at all. I think that no money in the world can cancel the damage that will occur to this region if this dam was built. Actually, the conservation problem here is not a matter of money, but a political one. The building of Belo Monte Dam is a cause of the very political sector responsible for the deforestation, and they will continue to cut the forest. Besides, I think that how can you compensate anyone for the death of our beloved river? I'm sure that all this money will be lost through the corruption drain.
You talk about your beloved river. Is there any other avenue left to you? Are you going to be able to appeal this in any way, or is this the final decision?
I mean, I could always move to another place in the Xingu, move 100, 200 kilometers upstream and still have the preserved nature for some years. I mean, I'm talking for me personally, but that's not a solution, because after Belo Monte Dam, the
and that was the English trained Rodolfo Salm, a tropical biologist now living on the banks of the Xingu River in Brazil. Well, Super Bowl 43 is almost upon us. It goes off on Sunday.